She went on a blind date, but the man she met had been dead for years. Sophie had been single for a while, so her friend set her up on a Valentine's Day blind date. She met Daniel at a fancy restaurant, and from the moment he smiled at her, she felt like she had known him forever. He was charming, funny, and perfect, but something was off. He never drank his wine. His hands were ice cold, and when she casually mentioned social media, he claimed he had none. After dinner, he offered to walk her home. As they reached her apartment, he smiled and said, "I had an amazing time tonight. I'll see you soon." The moment Sophie stepped inside, her phone buzzed. It was her friend. "Hey, how's the date? I just found his profile." "But, Sophie, this doesn't make sense. He died 3 years ago." Her heart stopped. Slowly, she turned to her window. Daniel stood outside, staring up at her. His face was no longer handsome. It was sunken, rotting. And when she blinked, he was suddenly inside the room with her. A faint voice whispers,
"I told you I'd see you soon."
He always left a rose on her doorstep every Valentine's Day, even after he died. In a quiet town, Emily had a secret admirer. Every year, on Valentine's Day, a single red rose appeared on her doorstep with a note that read, "For my forever love." She always assumed it was from her childhood sweetheart, Alex, who had tragically died in a car accident 5 years ago. But this year was different. A storm raged outside as Emily heard a soft knock on the door. Chills ran down her spine. No one was supposed to be visiting. She hesitated, then peered through the peephole. Nothing but darkness. When she opened the door, the cold wind howled, and at her feet lay the usual red rose. But the note attached made her stomach drop. "I miss you. Let me in." Terrified, she slammed the door shut and locked it. But then she heard footsteps inside her house. The lights flickered, shadows stretched unnaturally, and her breath turned to mist. A whisper slithered through the air.
"Why won't you love me back?"
The last thing Emily saw before everything went black was a figure in the mirror. Alex, but twisted and decayed, reaching for her. The next morning, neighbors found her door wide open. The only thing left behind was a red rose, and the words, "Your will be mine forever," scratched into the door.